And little children, as well as adults, had to be subjugated to that kind of attitude. And, well, they say, well, what was the problem? They said, well, you know, we were not socially equal. We're not intellectually equal, so therefore we could not sit together. And it was something about that. Now, I don't remember the elevators being segregated. So it was a sit-down thing. As long as you were standing up, like you were in a crowd or whatever, that was okay. But they had the hospitals that were segregated. And some hospitals had different floors. Floors for black people. Now, the doctors can go back and forth. You know, many blacks had white doctors. But even the taxi cabs in some places, white cab drivers could not drive blacks, and black cab drivers could not drive whites. I mean, the local law made it impossible. So we decided that, you know, this was ridiculous. And we had to do something about it. And we began to raise the question. And the way we raised the question was through direct action. We said that, no, there's something immoral about this. It's a negative statement on a whole group of people. And here in Nashville, we had doctors, lawyers, intelligent people. I don't know if you remember this, but we had blacks on the city council, but had to drink out of segregated water fountains at City Hall. Of course, the jails were segregated. It didn't make sense. But I think it fell, actually, on the weight of its own ignorance. Because I think whites were tired of this kind of thing, too, because it was living a lie. Because the segregation itself implied inequality and unequal status of people because of their race, the color of their skin. Had nothing to do with their intelligence, their background, or their interests, or the culture. And here at the same time, for example, in Nashville, you had artists, and you had Honorable Tem. You had people who were great writers. You know, James Weldon Johnson. You know, I mean, Nashville has produced all kind of, here you had the Jubilee singers who would go around the world and sing and be treated in royal fashion. But when they came back to Nashville, you know, they were just like boys and girls who were, you know, servants of some sort. But all those things, fortunately, have come to pass to a certain degree. And at least the law has changed. You cannot legally segregate against a person or discriminate because of their color of their skin. But these are things that we don't want to forget, because this is the thing that Martin Luther King died for. He fought for, and many others died for in the struggle, and many people were jailed. I myself was jailed about 23 times. I don't regret any moment I ever spent in jail. Although I tell you, when I look at the ghost of Mississippi burning, it does have a psychological effect, because I know that in any instance, I could have been a victim.
Very good. And of course, Dr. Lafayette, let me stop for our second commercial break, and then we'll come back and talk about some other aspects. And we'll be back with you following this commercial break.